Ocean blessings to each and every one of us. So, I am here to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of having a spiritual spouse. The last time that we looked into this topic, we talked about what or who a spiritual spouse is and how to know if you have a spiritual spouse. We also talked about different ways you can connect with your spiritual spouse and the types of spiritual spouse we have. You see, this topic is something that we cannot stop talking about. We really need to have a full understanding on what a spiritual spouse is or who a spiritual spouse is, okay? And this is why we still need to know the advantages of having a spiritual spouse and the disadvantages of having it, because a lot of things, or let me say, religion in general has made spiritual spouse look like maybe it is something that is forbidden or something evil, but it is not. We just lack the knowledge to know who a spiritual spouse is and how we can actually be in good terms with them so that peace can reign for us. So, without beating around the bush, let us start with the advantages of having a spiritual spouse. The number one advantage that I will talk about is having strong intuition. What I mean by intuition is you knowing things, on time. You can just decide now, like, I want to go, and maybe you want to go somewhere or you want to go and buy something, and that thing will just, drop on your mind, like, don't go, you know and then you just decide, okay, I don't even feel like going out again, and then you stay back. The next thing you hear that something happened, or maybe that place you were supposed to go was not going to be successful. So people just have a very strong intuition, and they never knew, or they never know that it comes from this spiritual spouse, whether you being a man or a woman. Sometimes you experience all this good side because you don't know yet, like you're not aware that you have a spiritual spouse and all of that. And sometimes suddenly, after you have connected spiritually, or you're aware that you have a spiritual spouse, you just find out that these things will stop. It will not become a disadvantage for you. Why? Because they already know that you're aware of this thing, you know and then it's now left for you to know how to make amendments to these things. So we're talking about strong intuition, you knowing things before it happens, and also feeling protected and guided is another advantage. Like, you just find out that you escape from dangers, you avoid situations, like relationship that is supposed to cost you, relationship that is supposed to damage you. You just find out that you are no more in that relationship. And cases like this happen when you are now in good terms with your spiritual spouse. Sometimes, after doing your offering, after the appeasement has been done, that settlement or the negotiation, you just find out that maybe that relationship of years ago or months ago will just break up. In your mind, you will feel like it's a bad thing, or maybe your spiritual spouse is is the one behind it, to giving you bad luck and all of that. Although it happens, but I'm talking about this in this case. I'm talking about people who are in good terms with their spiritual spouse and find out that that relationship ended bad, or divorce or something. Just know that your spiritual spouse was the one that guided you out of that relationship, because the end will not be good. The end result might not be good. It might not even be the direction that you're supposed to be in, the direction that you're supposed to go. So what they do is they remove that person or that thing that is not meant to work with you in the journey of your life. I hope we are understanding. There are it's a two-way thing. Right now I'm talking about the advantage. I'm talking about the part of you being at peace with them, you being in good relationship with them, and then things happen, like you feel protected from things, and you just find out that something that you were involved doing, you stop doing them, or those people avoid you, it is not because you're bad. No, it is because they are preventing those things to bring to end up bringing you to your doom, to end up putting you in a state that you will not be able to get out of that problem. These are the things they do. And another advantage is your dream life will be clear. They help your dream life to be clear. They come to your dream to have conversations with you. Sometimes you just see yourself having conversation with this strange face. You might, as a man, you might see yourself having a conversation with this strange woman all the time, maybe guiding you, or the person came to give you money. As a woman, you can also experience such. That person came to give you money, or that person came to give you a good life. You have a good and clear dream, or maybe something is about to happen to you in your dream and this person came to defend you. These are still part of what a spiritual spouse does. They make your dream life clear. They come to have conversation with you. You see that same face, like as if you're living another life in that dream. These are the things that happen when you're in good terms with your spiritual spouse. And also, one other thing they do is there is this emotional depth, like you feel things deeply. You're not just somebody that feels things on the surface. When you're doing your things, you do it deeply. Everything about you is deep. When you love somebody, it is deep. When you're doing anything with someone, it is deep. They now make you have that comfort of feeling things deeply, not just on a surface level. I hope we understand. And some of these things can be a disadvantage also when you're not in good terms with them. It can be a disadvantage when you're not in good terms with them. But when you're in good terms with them, it is a very big advantage for you. Things you will be doing, your dream life, the way they will be blessing you with money, they will connect you with the right partners, bring the right partners your way. This time you're not experiencing something negative. The right person that is meant for you will connect with you. If your spiritual spouse is that type of spouse that they really like want to be close to you, like they can actually you know walk through that man or woman that you're with, that you will begin to enjoy everything that you, as a woman, like everything you love to do, you'll begin to see that you manifest it in that way. Like that man that is with you, manifest it in that way. They'll begin to show you all the love, all the care, they'll pamper you, treat you right. Why? Because you're in good terms with your spiritual husband, or you're in good terms with your spiritual wife. You've done the things that you need to do. You're doing your monthly dues. You're acknowledging them, you know. And also, there's something I want to talk about, the sex part. Do you know sometimes you can actually find yourself, there are some spiritual spouse that still make love to their wives or to their husbands, but not in a negative way. Sometimes when it happens once in a while, not all the time, but when it happens, do you know you can actually make use of that opportunity to connect with them, call them sweet names, get a Fanta, get a white candle, connect with them, call them names like, my husband or my wife, I saw you in my dream. Thank you for visiting me. I know we had fun and all of that, but bless me. You have come to, you know, enjoy me as your wife or as your husband. Take this opportunity, ask them to bless you. This is what you need. This is what you need. Let them do it for you. Let them support your man. Let them support your woman. Let them support you, even if you don't have any relationship. And before you know it, blessings will come for you. A lot of good things will come your way. The goal is that you will live your life in peace. You will have a peaceful life, and you will have a peaceful, agreement with them. It will be an advantage on your side and not a disadvantage. Now, let us talk about disadvantages of having a spiritual spouse and what it does, or how you can, relate to it in your day-to-day life.